Alright, what's going on, guys? It's ValREcO here, and today I want to talk about Battlefield 1's single player mode. Now, I'm a huge fan of single player games because multiplayer games can get annoying. We can all agree that multiplayer games can get annoying at points, especially with the way that people play. Everybody wants to look for an advantage. Everybody wants to look for, a cheap way out, an upper hand. Basically, a lot of people want to win multiplayer matches so bad that they're willing to cheese in order to win those matches, whether it be like 2K, Madden, running the same play over and over and over again, grenade launchers in Modern Warfare 2. Just people are fuck boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are scumbags and they'll do whatever it takes to win. So I love a good single player game. Now with Battlefield 1, I really do hope that they're historically accurate to a degree with their single player story. And one of the missions I want to be in the game is I want them to at least mention the Armenian genocide. Now the reason for that is because it was a huge part of World War I, and since they have the Ottoman Empire in the game, we can't just not gloss over the fact that they murdered 2 million Armenians in cold blood. They marched them into the desert and killed them, just extinguished them, deported them out of their country. And the Ottoman Empire is now Turkey, and still to this day in Turkey you're not allowed to talk about the Armenian genocide, which is fucking unbelievable. And multiple countries recognize that as, the Armenian murder, basically the genocide. They recognize it as genocide, and Turkey continues not to, which is fucking ridiculous. So these Turk Muslims killed all the Armenian Christians, which it's funny that they talk about Islam as the religion of peace. Well, technically, since Adolf Hitler fought in World War I, which I hope we also see him in the game. He fought in World War I, so he learned genocide from the Muslims, which is ironic because Islam is supposedly, quote unquote, the religion of peace. But that's another time, another video, another day. Right now we're talking about Battlefield 1. So I really hope that they're historically accurate with their story. I know they're going to have the Harlem Hellfighters in there, which I didn't even know nothing about until I Googled. Or actually, no, not even until I Googled, until it was obviously on the cover of the game. Who the fuck are the Harlem Hellfighters? Then I Googled, I was like, oh, okay. They're a respected African-American battalion in fucking World War I. Which is cool. I don't mind. That story needs to be told, because a lot of people forget that black people fought in World War I and World War II, which is crazy, and I give them a lot of credit for doing that when they had no rights in this country. They weren't allowed to eat at certain places, shop at certain places. So, I'm glad they're getting their recognition. But, as far as the story mode goes, I would like them to show different sides of the war from different perspectives. Now, if you remember, for those who played I'm just using this as a wide example for people who, I think mostly everybody's played this game in the story mode. Call of Duty 4 story mode, you played as the SAS, with Captain Price and Soap McTavish, and you also played as the Marines. I don't remember who the character was for the Marines, but I remember you played as the United States Marines, and you were fighting fucking the Taliban or whatever in the story. And also, something interesting I read in an article that one of the developers at DICE said was that it was going to be more of a open sandbox style story mode, which means what I pick up from what they're saying is basically it's going to be like, it's going to feel like multiplayer even though it's story mode. And what I mean by that is it's going to be, it's going to be a linear game. You obviously have to get to a certain objective or complete a certain amount of objectives, but I think it's going to open up into an open world where you can, if everybody who's played Uncharted remembers, the Jeep part where you drive around in Madagascar with the Jeep and then you have to go to these different locations. I think that's what's going to happen with Battlefield 1 story mode. I think it's going to open up into this, open world area, and then we're going to go back linear. You're obviously going to get your pre-mission cutscenes and cutscenes in the game, and your little little live action sequences with explosions and fucking horses flying everywhere. It's gonna be sick. I know the story mode's gonna be sick. I cannot wait. I really want to play this story mode. A lot of war story modes are kind of boring. There hasn't really been a good one in a while. Like Black Ops 3 was kind of like it wasn't like there was no emotional attachment to it. There wasn't no. There's something about when you play a game, you know, that represents what went on. Like when you play World at War story mode, or Battlefield 3 story mode, you're fighting an enemy that you would imagine that's what they would look like. You know what I mean? So, all in all, I think the game's gonna be fucking excellent. I cannot wait. I am, you know, I think I have it pre-ordered, so I have like it says like 75 days left. I always look at that goddamn clock like, god damn it, it can't come any quicker. But yeah, like I said in the beginning of the video, I really hope they do mention Armenian genocide, because it would be ridiculous for them not to, especially since that was a big part of World War I and that was a big part of history. And we can't just gloss over the fact. That would be like making a World War II game and then glossing over the fact that Hitler killed the Jews. Like, that's the level of ridiculousness it would be. So I hope they do mention it, and I think they will. But nevertheless, like and subscribe, all that bullshit. Twitter.com/ValREcO, YouTube.com/ValREcO, and I'm out of this bitch. Peace.